Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Eyes of Faith with Michael Roy. Today is Monday, August 19th. Hey, thanks for tuning in. God bless you. The weather's hot in Texas, so we're getting along. But anyway, thanks for tuning into the channel. We'll continue to grow, and I know that as long as I continue to bring great content, we're going to keep growing. So if you've already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the subscribe button. You know what we're about here at Eyes of Faith with Michael Roy. We talk about it all. We talk about church, religion, politics, sex, drugs, rock and roll, sports, whatever it is, whatever topic, whatever the subject is going to bring you enlightenment to help you make better decisions, to help you be a better person, a better Christian, and we're going to talk about it. And of course, right now we're getting right smack dab in the middle of the political season. Is on and popping with Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Donald Trump is bringing the heat hot and heavy, and Kamala is just lying her little head off. So what we want to do is we want to show you something, because apparently Kamala just unveiled a plan, an economic plan that's the joke of the masses. It's a communist plan to destroy American prosperity. But hey, I'm not going to give the lead away. I'm going to give Trump and her both time to talk about it a little bit. And then we're going to show you, just as Joseph Stalin back in 1932, destroyed the economy of the Soviet Union and Ukraine, in which millions of people starved to death from his communist plan. We're going to let you watch that. I'm going to read that, and you're going to understand that this plan that Kamala has come up with is an absolute absurdity. So I'm not going to labor it. I want to get down right into it, because I want you all to see and hear for yourself this plan that quote unquote she has. But first, let's hear from Donald Trump. So here we go.
Kamala went full communist. You heard that? She went full communist. She wants to destroy our country. After causing catastrophic inflation, Comrade Kamala announced that she wants to institute socialist price controls. You saw that. Never worked before. Never, ever worked. This is the Maduro plan, Venezuela. Maduro plan of like the old Soviet Union. They tried it. How did the Soviet Union work out? It became Russia, a smaller version. It was a smaller version. It will cause rationing, hunger, and skyrocketing prices, just like their Inflation Reduction Act caused, one of the great scams of all time. They got it approved with a beautiful name, Inflation Reduction, because inflation under their system has been so bad. It's gone up much more than 50%. You know, they say 30, 40, 50, much more. People are being devastated. They're being devastated.
Wow. So here we see, of course, Trump giving his take on Kamala's plan, which, as he says, is a very destructive plan, a plan with no insight at all. This communist system has been used in years gone by, but anyway, we're not going to labor his point. We're going to go and let Kamala herself tell you
that would make stop
her plan. So we have the Fox News commentator, Judge, I can't think of her name right now, but anyway, she's going to introduce it, and then we'll let Kamala talk. So let's go.
Rolling out an economic plan that would make Stalin smile by pushing price controls and masking it as a corporate price gouging ban. But we've seen this movie before, and it always ends in disaster. Just ask the Soviet Union. Price controls led to the massive shortages of food and essentials. Here's the vice president.
Our country has come a long way since President Biden and I took office. Many Americans don't yet feel that progress in their daily lives. Costs are still too high. As president, I will take on the high costs that matter most to most Americans, like the cost of food. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today than it did before the pandemic. Ground beef is up almost 50%. I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
And if that didn't satisfy her communist cravings, Kamala is also proposing giving first-time homebuyers up to 25 grand, aka your hard-earned money, so that they can buy a house.
While we work on the housing shortage, my administration will provide first-time home buyers with $25,000 to help with the down payment on a new home. We can do this. We can do this. All to help more Americans experience the pride of home ownership and the financial security that it represents and brings. So that's my plan.
But you know you've crossed the line when the liberal Washington Post calls you a commie. Check out this headline they wrote. It says, quote, "When your opponent calls you communist, maybe don't propose price controls." And even CNN's calling it a gimmick.
First of all, nobody can explain what price gouging means. You've seen this kind of thing tried in lots of other countries before: Venezuela, Argentina, the Soviet Union, etc. It leads to shortages. It leads to black markets. The specific way this bill is written might actually increase prices.
Reasonable people would ask, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And how is the government going to be involved in it? Is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it.
All right, Joey, I'll start with you.
Okay, so as we can see, communism, socialism, these things have been tried numerous times in various countries, and they've all been epic fails. They've destroyed societies. They've starved people to death. They've destroyed businesses. They've destroyed economies. And here we are in 2024 in America, one of the richest nations that has ever been. And we're going to try, for what reason, other than to destroy America? Why would we try to follow someone's plan like this? Communism seeks to put caps on people's ability to grow and develop and to make wealth. It seeks to control every aspect of their lives, their businesses, and then it seeks to just take from one and give to another. So they're into caps, controls, and giveaways. That's when you know you're dealing with socialists and communists, because they always want to control, cap, and take away from some to give to others. And that's her plan. Where is this $25,000 per person gonna go? To buy a house is going to come from? Where is all this money coming from? Where does she get this? It's all about taking from some and giving to others. Listen to me, America. Do not allow this woman to get anywhere close to leading the White House, because if she does, she's going to destroy this nation, just as Joseph Stalin destroyed the USSR, which was basically Russia and many other nations that joined together trying to emulate the United States of America and destroyed it. See, what Ukraine is dealing with Russia right now is what Stalin did to them back in 1932. I'm going to read something to you. This is a bonus. Stalin destroyed the Ukrainian society back in 1932. So I'm going to read you something here. If just give me just a moment. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, there we go. So if you see here, I'm going to read about how Joseph Stalin starved millions in the Ukrainian famine. Cruel efforts under Stalin to impose collectivism and tamp down Ukrainian nationalism left an estimated almost 4 million Ukrainians dead. So basically, Ukrainian was a very successful country prior to them all becoming the Soviet Union, and they were great farmers. Of course, they produced a lot of wheat, all this stuff. And they did not like the idea of giving up their nationalism and to allowing the state, or that is the Ukraine, the Soviet Union government, to take over their farms. And because they resisted this, Stalin basically starved them to death. Let me just read it. At the height of the 1932-33 Ukrainian famine under Joseph Stalin, starving people roamed the countryside, desperate for something, anything to eat. In the village of Statvich, a young peasant boy watched as the wanderers dug into empty gardens with their bare hands. Many were so emaciated, he recalled their bodies began to swell and stink from extreme nutrients. And let me give you a little bit more. It was called the Holodomor death toll. It said the Ukrainian famine, known as the Holodomor, a combination of the Ukrainian word for starvation and to inflict death, by one estimate, claimed the lives of 3.9 million people, about 13% of the population. That's the Ukrainian population. And unlike other famines in history caused by blight or drought, this was caused when a dictator wanted both to replace Ukraine's small farms with state-run collectives and punish independent-minded Ukrainians who posed a threat to totalitarian authority. The Ukrainian famine was a clear case of man-made famine. Man-made. Listen to me. This is true. Listen to me. You can find that on history.com in the Ukrainian famine. So I'm going to stop sharing. You can go back and check that. But what I want to show you, United States is prospering right now. We're head and shoulders above all the rest. Why in the world would allow someone like Kamala with a socialist communist plan to come and try to lead us? As Stalin interfered with the prosperity of the Ukrainians and their farms that were very prosperous in that time, he wanted to install his Soviet communist plan, and when they resisted, he killed them, he starved them. It was not a natural famine. He intentionally starved them. There's a movie, I wish I could remember the name of the movie I watched, where people were eating the dead bodies of their relatives because they were starving. Listen to me. This plan to destroy America is being pushed by Kamala, but it is the Democratic Socialist plan. So listen to me, please. We cannot, I repeat, we cannot allow these people to come in and to destroy our country. Please listen to me. Do not allow Kamala Harris to become president of the United States. If we do, and I'm speaking right now specific to white America, because many of these black Americans got their head up their butts or in the sand. They've been oppressed so long, they've been lied to so long that they believe Kamala, who is at the most half black, at the most a quarter black, she has not our interests at heart. So we Americans, true Americans, and I'm asking white America, remember how Barack Obama lied to y'all? Remember how Barack Obama told you he was going to transform America? Now, he didn't lie about that. He transformed, he changed America, and look where we are now. Look at the hell that's been unleashed on this nation. If you allow Kamala Harris to become president, oh, you will rule the day. Because just as Stalin destroyed Ukraine, he will destroy, Kamala and others will destroy this nation. Hey, this is a Michael Rowe with Eyes of Faith. I'm just giving you what you need to go out and make a good decision this November. Hey, God bless you and God keep you. Until next time, have a blessed day.